Staying informed is crucial in the field of cybersecurity. This video discusses the latest trends, vulnerabilities, breaches, and defense mechanisms against cyber threats. Understanding new risks and attack vectors allows you to strengthen your defenses promptly. Situational awareness provides a comprehensive view of the rapidly changing landscape, ensuring your assets are protected from volatile threats. Dell hacked. Dell Technologies is investigating a data breach, exposing 49 million customers' names, addresses, and purchase details. An unauthorized individual accessed the system, though financial or highly sensitive information was not compromised. The company has involved external forensics and security agencies and implemented measures to address the breach. SSH accounts with root access advertised. Researchers report insecure hosts using SSH are exploited by attackers gaining root or administrator access via SSH keys. Recommendations include disallowing direct root logins and changing default SSH ports for better security. HackCar. The 2022 Global Automotive Cybersecurity Report highlights the financial impact of cyber attacks on the automotive sector, estimated to reach $505 billion by 2024. The report notes an increase in sophisticated attacks, with 84.5% of attacks in 2021 being remote. It urges industry stakeholders to be aware of new regulations like UNICE WP29 and ISO SAE 2-1434. New LMjacking used stolen cloud credentials. LMjacking uses stolen cloud credentials to access large language models, or LLMs. Attackers can then modify these LLMs with malicious data, creating harmful content and altering the model's characteristics. The report emphasizes the need for strict security measures, such as multi-factor authentication and constant monitoring of cloud resources, to mitigate the risks associated with LLM jacking. A critical vulnerability in Next.js, a popular framework for building SSR and SSG sites, can be exploited if not properly configured. Despite its adaptability and strong community support, developers must audit data access layers, validate user input, and protect against CSRF attacks. A notable 2022 vulnerability in Net Defies Next.js library could have led to XSS attacks on high-traffic websites, but thankfully, this has been fixed. The new tunnel vision technique can allow hackers to monitor users' activities by bypassing VPN encryption. It exploits the way computers handle multiple network connections. Recommendations to counter this include using network namespaces, enabling DHCP snooping, ARP protections, and port security on switches. The vulnerability, known as CVE 2024-3661, has been reported to the EFF and CISA. Google Chrome Zero Day, a zero-day vulnerability, CVE 2024-4671, in Google Chrome's Visuals component allows unauthorized access and remote code execution. Google released updates to address this critical issue, and users are urged to update their browsers immediately. CISA announced vulnerability. CISA's Vulnerability Project adds metadata to CVE records to help organizations prioritize vulnerability remediation. Hosted on GitHub, it includes data points like CPE identifiers and CVSS scores, enhancing transparency and prioritization methodologies. Golang vulnerability, a critical vulnerability, CVE 2023-24538 in Go, allows JavaScript injection in templates. Grafana Labs rated their exposure as informational despite the CVSS score of 9.8. Patches have been released, highlighting the increasing use of Go by malware authors. Critical putty vulnerability. Recently, Citrix released a security update addressing a significant vulnerability identified as CVE 2024-31497 in Citrix hypervisor. This was due to a flaw in PuTTY, which allowed attackers to derive SSH private keys of Zen-Center administrators. Consequently, Citrix deprecated the vulnerable PuTTY version and strongly advised updating to PuTTY 0.81 or later to avoid potential security breaches. Lightspeed plugin flaw. A high-severity vulnerability has been discovered in the Lightspeed cache plugin for WordPress, tagged as CVE 2023-40000. This flaw allows hackers to create rogue admin accounts, posing a significant threat to website security. Users are advised to promptly update the plugin and thoroughly review installed plugins to protect their websites from unauthorized access. Yoast SEO plugin XSS flaw. A cross-site scripting or XSS vulnerability has affected over 5 million websites using the Yoast SEO WordPress plugin. This issue was highlighted by a security researcher and has since been resolved in version 22.6. Users are now urged to update to the latest version to secure their sites and prevent potential exploitation. A vulnerability in Oracle's WebLogic server allows HTTP header injection and manipulation of HTTP requests. This can lead to reflected XSS flaws becoming persistent. Patches and blocking certain characters in URLs are recommended solutions. A POC for a vulnerability in PuTTY versions. 0.68 to 0.80 highlights the risk of uncovering private keys. The issue was fixed in version 0.81, which uses more secure methods for generating keys. An SQL injection vulnerability in Apple's book travel web portal allowed researchers to access Apple's infrastructure. The issue was quickly addressed by Apple, but the Mura CMS team did not respond to reports of system lapses. In recent developments, critical vulnerabilities have been identified in F5's Next Central Manager. These vulnerabilities allow attackers to gain administrative control and even create rogue accounts. Identified as CVE 2024-21793 and CVE 2024-26026. These security flaws have now been addressed. Organizations are urged to upgrade their software to stay protected. A new malware campaign has emerged, specifically targeting Windows and Microsoft Office users. This campaign spreads through cracked software, deploying remote access Trojans, also known as rats, and coin miners. To aid users, Symantec has provided indicators of compromise which can help detect and block these threats. The notorious Fin7 hackers have found a new way to exploit users by abusing sponsored Google ads. They use these ads to distribute MSX payloads, which mislead users with malicious links. The scheme cleverly involves signed MSX files that are disguised as legitimate browser extensions, ultimately dropping malware such as NetSupportRat and DiceLoader. A new vulnerability has been identified in the F5 BigIP ADC, which allows unauthenticated attackers to execute arbitrary system commands. Versions 16.1.x, 15.1.x, and 14.1.x are affected. Organizations should urgently upgrade to patched versions to mitigate this high-severity issue. The FBI has issued a warning about the increasing use of AI by threat actors, highlighting recent cases of fraud and ransomware. According to the 2023 Elder Fraud Report, tech support scams are the most reported, while investment scams are identified as the costliest. Ongoing efforts are in place to combat cybercrime and protect both individuals and businesses. The Morlock ransomware encrypts files and demands payment for decryption, posing significant threats to organizations. The report underscores the importance of implementing robust cybersecurity measures and remaining vigilant against evolving threats. The UK's National Crime Agency has recently identified Dmitry Koroshev, also known as Lockbit Sup, as the leader of the notorious Lockbit ransomware gang. This group has been responsible for causing over $91 million in ransom payments and has significantly impacted thousands of individuals and businesses globally. In a major breakthrough, the NCA's Operation Kronos has successfully taken control of the gang's operations. In a concerning development, the hijack loader malware has been discovered using PNG images to carry next-stage malicious software like Amadei and Raccoon Stealer. Security researchers have developed a Python script specifically to extract configurations and modules from these images, highlighting the malware's advanced evasion techniques and the increasing sophistication of cyber threats. A new threat has emerged targeting macOS users, known as the Cuckoo malware. Exhibiting both spyware and info-stealer characteristics, this malware poses a significant risk to user privacy and data security. Users are strongly advised to update their software regularly, utilize reputable anti-malware tools, and exercise caution by avoiding downloads from untrusted sources to protect themselves from such threats. Fake browser updates. SOC Ghoulish malware targets businesses with fake browser update pop-ups, tricking users into downloading malicious content. It employs high-level evasion methods to bypass analysis systems. Hackers abuse Google search ads. Hackers use Google ads to distribute malware disguised as popular software products. They clone official websites to distribute Trojanized software, highlighting the need for vigilance in downloading software. Critical PDF.js and React PDF vulnerabilities. Vulnerabilities in PDF.js and React PDF expose security risks. Understanding these issues is necessary to improve security measures and defend against possible attacks. Pulse Secure vulnerabilities. Hackers exploit vulnerabilities in Pulse Secure to implant hidden malicious codes. Advanced evasion techniques and social engineering are used in attacks like the Phantom Blue campaign. Acquisition, CrowdStrike and NinjaOne partnership. CrowdStrike and NinjaOne partner to bridge IT and SOC teams, enhancing endpoint management with a unified RMM solution. Akamai acquires KnownAim. Akamai Technologies plans to acquire KnownAim for $450 million to enhance API security solutions. Updates. Google simplifies 2FA setup. Google simplifies the two-factor authentication setup process to enhance security by adding an extra layer of protection beyond passwords. Citrix NetScaler ADC and Gateway Flaw. Two vulnerabilities in Citrix NetScaler ADC and Gateway products have been discovered, urging customers to upgrade to patched versions. New Atomic Stealer malware. New modifications to Atomic MacOS Stealer Amos malware target Macs, using Trojans to steal sensitive information. Users should install reliable antivirus programs and avoid downloading from untrusted sources. Toddy Cat APT hackers deploy multiple tools to hijack network infrastructure. Advanced Persistent Threat APT group known as Toddy Cat. New insights have emerged regarding their sophisticated methods of hijacking network infrastructure to steal sensitive data from governmental organizations across the Asia-Pacific region. This group, previously reported on for using data collection and exfiltration tools, has now been observed employing advanced traffic tunneling and data extraction techniques to maintain persistent access to compromised systems. Toddy Cat's operations focus on governmental entities, some involved in defense. The group's primary objective is the extraction of large volumes of sensitive information, a task that requires automated processes to handle the scale of data theft. According to SecureList, Toddy Cat has successfully and extensively automated data harvesting, ensuring continuous access to the systems it targets. Route traffic from the compromised network to its controlled servers. This technique helps exfiltrate the data stealthily and allows the attackers to maintain a persistent presence within the network. Tools like SecSec and Impacket have been noted, facilitating the transfer and execution of malicious payloads. SoftEther. VPN. A notable tool in Toddy Cat's arsenal is the SoftEther VPN server utility, which establishes robust VPN tunnels. This utility supports various protocols and provides strong encryption, making it an ideal choice for secure communication between the compromised host and the attacker's server. To launch the VPN server, the attackers use the following files: VPN server _x64, x, a digitally signed VPN server executable hamcore; C2, a container file that includes components required to run VPN server _x64, exe VPN server; config, server configuration data extraction tools. Recently, Toddy Cat integrated a new tool named Cuthead into its operations. This tool, a net-compiled executable, is specifically designed to search and extract documents from compromised systems. The name Cuthead originates from the file description field of the sample analyzed, highlighting the tool's primary function in the group's cyber espionage activities. The continuous evolution of Toddy Cat's toolkit poses significant challenges for cybersecurity defenses, particularly within the targeted governmental sectors. The group's ability to adapt and integrate new tools for data extraction and traffic tunneling indicates a high level of sophistication and resourcefulness. The persistent activities of the Toddy Cat APT group underscore the critical need for robust cybersecurity measures and constant vigilance in the digital domain. As they continue to refine their techniques and expand their toolkit, the threat posed by this group remains significant. It is crucial for organizations, especially those in sensitive governmental sectors, to implement comprehensive security strategies to protect against such advanced threats. Thank you for watching this video created by Kelly Hector, digitalworldvision.online.